About to watch is a testimony.
Yes.
Is a prophecy that has come to pass.
Imagine waiting almost a decade for a prayer you whispered every night to finally come true. Imagine holding on to faith when the world keeps asking, so when will you have children? That's been the story of Wapendwa Muziki, the gospel couple, Nina and Mesh, whose music, tears, and hope have inspired thousands. And now, after years of waiting, they've finally revealed something that has left their fans emotional. A big, beautiful surprise. They're expecting their first child. But before this moment of joy came years of heartbreak, public judgment, and unwavering faith. Let's go back to where it all began. Nina and Mesh, known by their fans as Wapendwa Muziki, are not just singers, they are storytellers. Their music carries emotion, testimony, and hope. They began their journey years ago, driven by both love and ministry. But behind the songs and smiles was a silent storm. For over 8 years, they've struggled to conceive. They shared glimpses of this pain publicly, not for pity, but to inspire others walking through similar darkness. In one emotional video that went viral, Nina held a baby bottle and tearfully told Mesh, "Please make me pregnant." It wasn't a joke. It was a cry from the heart, the kind many women understand but few have the courage to show. Fans have flooded their page with empathy and prayers, but the truth is, not everyone was kind. Some mocked, others questioned why they kept bringing their pain online, but still, they never stopped believing that their day would come. Through it all, Wapendwa Muziki kept turning pain into praise. Their hit song, Mungu Amefanya, became a household anthem of faith. When the video dropped, it showed Nina appearing pregnant. Fans were overjoyed, thinking the long wait was finally over. By the end of the video, the scene flipped. It was all a dream. The symbolism was deep, a message that even when the miracle hasn't arrived yet, you can still praise God as if it has. However, not everyone understood. Some fans felt misled. Others accused them of playing with emotions. But what people didn't see was the real message behind the art. Hope in waiting. Living life in public comes with both support and judgment. Over the years, Nina and Mesh faced stigma from people who didn't understand their struggles. At one point, Nina called Mesh a kafukusui, a term that roughly means a man who is too emotional or soft. The internet exploded. Some said she disrespected her husband. Others said she was just being honest about how pain changes a person. But behind that controversy was something deeper. The stigma around men expressing emotion and couples showing vulnerability. Instead of pretending to be perfect, Wapendwa Muziki have always been real, sharing their lows as openly as their highs. They've also talked about how ministry life hasn't always been easy. There were times they couldn't afford the rent, times when faith was the only thing keeping them together. Yet, even in those seasons, they sang, they prayed, and they stayed united. Along their journey, they built friendships with other Christian creators, including the Word Jesus family, Kabi and Millie. They've collaborated on projects like Hanini, spreading messages of love, faith, and perseverance. It's clear they share a deep spiritual connection and mutual inspiration. Being part of that creative circle helped them grow musically and emotionally, especially when times were tough. That community, their family, fellow gospel artists, and fans who never stopped believing, became a safety net that reminded them they were not alone. Then came the moment everyone's been waiting for, the big reveal. This week, Wapendwa Muziki broke the internet with their announcement. In a beautiful filmed video, they finally revealed that they are expecting their first child. Nina glowed with joy. Mesh couldn't stop smiling. And the caption said it all. After years of waiting, God has done it. Fans poured in with love, some in disbelief, others crying tears of joy. The same people who had prayed for them for years finally saw the promise fulfilled. And this time, it was symbolic. It was real. After more than 8 years of faith, hope, and resilience, they are going to be parents. What makes this story powerful isn't just the reveal, it's what it represents. Wapendwa Muziki's journey shows that even in the age of social media judgment, authenticity still wins. They turned criticism into testimony, pain into music, and waiting into worship. They've faced mockery, they've been misunderstood, but in the end, they chose grace over gossip. Their story now inspires thousands of couples who are still waiting, a reminder that God's timing might feel delayed, but it's never denied. So to Nina and Mesh, congratulations. You've reminded the world that miracles still happen and that vulnerability is strength, not weakness. To everyone watching, what do you think about their journey? Have you ever waited for something you prayed for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's celebrate this moment with them. They say every miracle is worth the whisper in dark. Today, Wapendwa Muziki have answered that whisper they are expecting. But this is more than just news. This is a testimony born from pain, faith, and community. Before the camera rolled on their reveal, there were quiet storms. Nina often mentioned she'd wake up drenched in tears, asking God in the midnight stillness to open her womb. She once shared that she had recurring dreams so vivid she would wake believing them real. One dream was of a sprawling home, children playing freely, laughter echoing in rooms she had not yet built. A dream she refused to abandon. According to a recent coverage, Nina said, "I dreamt we were in a beautiful mansion and we had our kids playing. It was so real." Mesh, her partner in ministry and life, has quietly mentioned in interviews how those dreams became fuel for his worship. He'd compose melodies in the silence, praying that the same God who speaks through music would also open doors to season of fruitfulness. But between dreams and that public reveal, there was friction. Friends advised them to shield their pain, to not share too much. Critics asked why they make every moment public. Some branded them too emotional, especially when Nina called Mesh Kafukusui, a term that started debate about masculinity, vulnerability, and a pressure on men to always seem strong. Yet, they pressed on. In interviews, they admitted they had seasons where they feared they'd never hear of sound of children's laughter in their home. Some nights they would whisper, "God, am I walking in delusion?" But the faith urged them forward. They shared moments of financial struggle, seasons of doubt, and nights when the only light was the glow of a phone as they prayed. And now, the reveal. In their announcement, they thanked the many who prayed, those who had never gave up on them, and declared that this child is not just theirs. It's a symbol, a testimony that even in the waiting, God is working. This journey is a reminder. Behind every bold announcement lies years of quiet struggle. Let's celebrate this moment, not as gossip, but as a powerful chapter. One that whispers to every person watching, don't stop believing just because you can't see the promise yet. Wapendwa Muziki, we celebrate you. And to all those still waiting, your season is coming. And if you love stories that inspire, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little hope today. Because sometimes faith really does move mountains.
Nisipokusifu wewe